What's up everybody, my name is Vital Syntax, and you're watching another Battlefield Bad Company 2 video. In this episode I'm using the M14 Mod 0 Enhanced, and we're playing just regular Rush, non-hardcore. And since I still don't know the names of the levels, I can't tell you what this one's called, but hopefully you'll be able to recognize it by the fall colors and fall trees and such like that. I'm using this gun for a couple reasons. I love single-shot rifles. I've always been a fan of the M14. When I use single-shot rifles in this game, I usually use the M14 or the M1 Grand, which I just got the other day. I usually don't use the sniper rifles with red dots. You know, there's a couple single-shot snipers that you can put red dots on, but I usually don't use those because I run out of ammo really fast, and you can't use a red dot / ACOG and use a extra ammo specialization, so you kind of have to pick and choose if you're using the recon kit, unless you're using the M14 or the M1 Grand. And the second reason I'm using this gun, other than the fact that I like it, is I had a request from a couple of YouTube users via the comments and private messages. They wanted to see this gun in action, so you don't actually get this gun until early 20s. Level wise, I think it's 20, 21, 22, 23. So they just wanted to see what it looked like, how it worked in action, and basically how good it was. If you're curious or interested in seeing a gun as well that I haven't already done, or even a gun that I already have done, just go ahead and leave a comment or send me a message, and I'll get to it ASAP. I have a couple of requests on my queue right now. I think some people wanted to see the G3, the AUG, the AK-74U, the M95 sniper rifle. There's a couple other ones, the F2000. So if you want to see some other videos or some other gameplay, just go ahead and leave a message or send me a message or whatever you want to do. Contact me in some way, and I'll get on it as soon as possible. At the end of this game, I ended up with a score of 53 and 15, I think, somewhere in there, which is right now my highest amount of kills that I've ever gotten in one single game for all game types. I am playing pretty defensively, pretty campy, but I'm not just doing this for my kill death ratio. It's actually a great strategy to take A and B on this level. Basically what I'm doing is I'm camping at their spawn point, or at least one of their spawn points, at the very back of their map, or at the very back of their section of the map, and I'm basically trying to pick them off as my teammates plant at A and B, so my teammates can easily plant and secure the A and B objectives without having to worry about enemies attacking them, flanking them, whatever you want to call it. So it's definitely a good way to hold back the enemy and progress up to the next section of the board. I do the same part on this section of the map. I have to push up a little bit before I can actually get there, but eventually I get to a really good spot on the map where I'm up behind their spawn point, or a couple of their spawn points, up on the side of the cliff on a ledge. And it's a really good spot too. I just pick off enemies so they can't go and defuse and can't go and kill people while your teammates are planting the bomb. So, like I said, we're playing Rush. I think this is maybe the first video that I've done with Rush in the full game. I know I did one in the demo. But let me talk a little bit about Rush and what my view on it is, and yeah. So typically, if I'm playing by myself, if I don't have anybody else online that I can play with, I usually play squad deathmatch, just because it doesn't take quite as much teamwork. You can kind of be a rogue player and still win, and it's not very frustrating because you're winning. So, but usually when I play by myself on Rush, it blows. I mean, right now what I'm doing is I'm not really going for the objective. I'm not really trying to plant and defuse. So I am picking off players. I'm trying to help my teammates so they can plant and defuse, which is definitely helping, but I'm not 100% going for the objective. And typically when I play Rush by myself, this is what everybody does. If everybody does this, then your team is going to lose, and losing sucks. I would much rather win and have a 0.1 kill death ratio than have a high kill death ratio and lose. But since I'm playing with a couple of my friends and I'm communicating with them constantly, I know that they are totally comfortable with me not necessarily going for the objective, instead just picking off players while they try and planet A and B. And so we can still win because we don't really care about our kill death ratios as much. I mean, mine's only 1.5 in this game. In Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2, it was like a 2.3 or something like that. So it's actually at a 2.7 for a while. So definitely have a better kill death ratio in that game because I never really I was more worried about my kills instead of winning. In this game, it's more about winning, in my opinion. Especially because your kill death ratio isn't even available on the leaderboards. Yes, your kills and deaths are available, so they could calculate your ratio, but it's not the decimal number is not available on the in-game leaderboards. So I think it was kind of a message from DICE saying, "Hey, don't worry about your kill death ratio as much. It's not as important as these other stats." Like they added the was it player skill or something like that, which is, I don't know exactly what it's based on, but I'm pretty sure it's based on like varying gameplay styles, meaning you're not just going to tank the whole game, you're not camping in one spot the whole game, you're going for the objective and stuff like that. Also, another important thing is squad points, which are based on how many points you get as a squad, so that's another important number that they put on the leaderboards. Right here I get a nice double kill with that frag grenade. Never be afraid to use frag grenades, they're actually pretty good. They take a little bit longer to detonate than you might expect, and the throw animation is kind of slow, but they have a large blast radius and they do a lot of damage. They typically don't kill if they're not within close proximity to the enemy, but they will do a lot of damage, so you can pick them off pretty easily with 1 or 2 shots. The M14 is a really strong rifle. It's got a high accuracy. It's basically got high everything. The iron sight's kind of blown. You can't use a red dot or ACOG with it, which really is frustrating. DICE, when they made the game, they made it so you can't use any attachments with the all kit weapons. So like the G3, the M1 Grand, the M1A1, which is the Thompson, and the M14 Mod 0 Enhanced, which is this gun. So that was kind of frustrating in my opinion, especially after they advertised it in a couple of their videos. They were showing off this gun with the ACOG, which was my dream gun basically. I've always been a fan of the M14 guns. You know, it's the gun I stuck to in Call of Duty 4 and in Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. I love the M21, which is basically an M14 converted to a sniper rifle. And they had that gun in Call of Duty 4 too. It just wasn't the EBR version. So yeah, the game's almost over. We're pushing up to the last objective, and once we take this one, we're gonna win the match. I don't know what else to say. Like I said, I ended up with a score of 53 and 15, which was a 3.53, I think, kill death ratio, which is pretty high for me. I know I'm not the best player, I'm not the most aggressive player, but I really don't think that that's necessarily the most important thing to be worried about when you're making videos for YouTube. It's more of an entertainment, more of a educational type of way of me helping you guys improve your gameplay, build up a community of players that just want to watch videos, play games, just basically have fun. If you want to add me on PlayStation Network, I would openly welcome you to. I have plenty of room on my friends list. I get friend requests from a lot of other YouTube users, people that are fans of me, or just people that I'm fans of. My PlayStation Network username is Vital Syntax, the same way, and spelled in the same way it's capitalized as my YouTube username. So go ahead and add me if you want to play. So that's the end of the match. Thanks for watching, and please rate, leave a comment, and subscribe. It's very, very much appreciated. I'm trying to get a big fan base so I can get some videos up on Machinima pretty soon. So right there you can see 53 and 15, 3.53 ratio, and a 30.39 accuracy rate. Alright, so thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. See ya.